Nowadays, news spreads faster than ever before. Technology and social media practically control everything we know and is a source of information.
But it hasn't always been this easy.
Back then, people had to, and get this, handwrite everything they read and shared.
People couldn't just record what they saw, post it, and make it go viral. If anyone wanted to share news, there wouldn't be any copies because everything had to be handwritten. This means it would take forever for news to spread.
But that became easier thanks to a man named Johannes Gutenberg, inventor of the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg was born in Mainz, Germany. He lived from 1395 till 1468. The past life of Mr. Gutenberg was not very well known, but he did work as an apprentice for a goldsmith. That must have been where he got his great ideas and creativity. Other than inventing the printing press, he as well was the first to print the official copy of the 42-line Bible.
Gutenberg practically made the first printer of all time. Before, copies were handmade and took a long time to make. These handwritten copies were usually made by monks. The printing press is built around the traditional screw press, the before version of the drill press, and a matrix with letters and symbols. A frame was used to set these types of blocks that had words and sentences written in reverse. The blocks were inked, and the operator would place a sheet of paper on top of the block. This would pass through a roller to make sure the words were printed on the paper. The paper would be lifted and the ink would be printed on the paper. This machine was hand operated.
Gutenberg's invention allowed for printing to become easier, which also made it easier for people to own their own literature. One of the biggest things that made printing a great accomplishment was that they were able to mass produce copies of the Bible. This was never done before because it was too much work to produce them all by hand, so only a few churches had copies. The invention greatly affected the Catholic Church because now anyone could own a Bible. They no longer had to hear it from a priest who could interpret it differently. Now people had the ability to learn from the Bible and see it how they wanted to see it. This led to people creating new churches based off how they perceived it.
This did not only make a huge impact on the religion during the Renaissance times, but also led to many great ideas and inventions. The Bibles and books that were being printed brought out a positive outcome. It allowed for higher classes to learn how to read, and the books were priced cheap so that they were available for lower classes as well. Gutenberg really set off a trail with his work. He inspired others to become inventors who later came up with work of their own. This helped shape the Renaissance, which later on helped shape the way we think today.
The